Telos. So, Telos is quite a low cap crypto, but the numbers here are really good, right? Their throughput's fantastic. They've never had any downtime. Development wise, I think it's a little weak at the moment, but there are still over 100 dApps. Holders wise isn't great, but some of the underlying numbers, like I said, are still very good. So I want to take a look at really what's been happening for Telos over its kind of lifetime, what could happen this year. Now, before I get into any of it, if you're new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up these coins. These were cryptos I thought could do very well and make a lot of money. And you can see what they're all worth when I recorded my videos. These are the highs these cryptos hit around about 16 months on, and these are what your profits would have been if you'd put $100 into these coins. So 100 into each in that time would have made you over 123 grand. Now we're in a bull cycle. If you've got a portfolio you're not happy with or you don't own any crypto, have a look at copymycrypto.com. So that's the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. So when I'm ready to buy or sell any crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell and the price that I'm going to buy or sell at. This means my members get in and out of coins at the same price as me, so they make the same profit, but they don't have any work to do at all. If you go onto my site, you'll be able to see some of the profits my members have made. You'll be able to see some of my past successes as well. These are public record. If you go onto the old videos on this channel, you can verify it all. And if after you've read through the site, watched the videos, verified it, you like what you see, you want to hear my daily market updates, you want to find out the coins that I think are going to be the big winners of this bull cycle, like I predicted with Phantom in 2020 when no one was talking about it, all you've got to do to find out about those coins is join up on the site, guys. Now, Telos. So, Telos has been around for a while, okay? Now, technically I think they've been around since 2018. But maybe they didn't have a coin launch in 2018. Now, in 2020, it was at real lows of like 2.5 cents. And to be fair, it actually blasted in 2021, hitting highs of $1.43. So it actually made some very good gains. Now, the idea is that this is it's built, so first of all, Telos Foundation are behind it. So the Telos Foundation is bolstered by experts from leading institutions in both Web 2 and 3, including SpaceX, ServiceNow, IOHK, which is Cardano's sort of parent company, for lack of a better word, Consensus, Decentraland, and Polygon. So they've got real big names here. The idea is that it's a product suite built by their PhDs, their engineers, their academics. They like the term gigabrain. I think I've seen that a few places. So their most popular platform is the Ethereum virtual machine. Now, this has outstanding performance. It can run 15,200 transactions per second. They have no front running and half-second block times, and very, very low gas fees. They also have Telos X, which is their crypto exchange to be launched by Telos Foundation, which will be powered by the Binance Link program. The idea being designed to streamline token listings, enhance liquidity, and as a result, it will support projects within the Telos ecosystem. They also have Snark Tor. So this is a decentralized recursive proof aggregation. Basically, the way this works is that it advances the efficiency and the cost effectiveness of zero-knowledge tech effectively facilitates mainstream adoption. So they combine multiple transaction proofs into a single proof, which again enhances scalability, efficiency, reduces cost. They also have the Telos Zero Knowledge EVM. So this is their layer 2 that will leverage the Snark Tor protocol for scalable Snark verification. Again, this is for unlocking a ton more scalability, as well as protecting users' data whenever they're using applications. And then they also have Telos Zero, which is Telos Layer 0, which is the core of the network, which focuses on security, governance, and block production. As the base layer, Telos Zero gives the entire project a high-performance tech foundation and ensures security for everyone that's using it. Now, in terms of investors, there's not like they've not got tons. Presto Labs is one of the investors. I'm not sure of anyone else. No. Now, Actually, there's some pretty big positives here. One big positive, 43 million market cap, volume is about 5 million a day. That's pretty good, okay? Consistently doing quite good volume. In fact, there are days when it's doing, 15, 20 million in volume. So it's not doing badly at all in that regard. And obviously it's going to have better days and some bad days here and there as well. And this is all whilst not being on any of the big boy exchanges such as Binance or Coinbase. I mean, it's on KuCoin, MEXC, Gate, BitGet. But with that kind of volume, long term, it could have a potential for listing. The holders is not great. Only 1,600 holders. And especially when you bear in mind, market cap of 43 million, you'd probably expect that you'd have more holders than that. So that's not fantastic. Now, to be fair, top accounts are probably going to be pretty stacked. So yeah, so you obviously got Telos contract. So that's got 8% of the supply. To be fair, the rest isn't too bad. Okay, yeah, that's not awful. It's not awful. Ran through 114,000, showing holders between 1 and 25 of 114,000. Okay, that's interesting. Top accounts by Telos balance. Okay, that's why. Right, fair enough. All right. Yeah, so probably 1,600 is fairly accurate. Although that might be Ethereum. That might be like an Etherscan wallet, to be fair. Is it an Etherscan wallet? No, 600 on there. Okay. Right. I don't think that's accurate then. So can put a kibosh on that. So Telos, their ecosystem. Now, in terms of where they're at, I'm not overly enamored with their overall ecosystem. I do actually think, given their sort of throughput being 15,000 plus transactions per second, I actually think gaming and metaverse is really where their focus should be. They have a decent-ish ecosystem in terms of gaming. Got a few interesting ones. Swords of Blood and Victorian Murder Mystery. But overall, it's lacking in terms of development, right? Certainly compared to its nearest rivals. But the Telos Foundation, to be fair to them, are very, very active on Twitter, right? They're very active, or X, and they constantly are doing some form of update. Like they'll give a recording or they'll do a talk very regularly. As you can see, up since 2018, never missed a beat, 15,200 transactions per second, no meme pools, so there's no front-running games. It's a modular design, it's zero-knowledge scaling, ready to roll, did a fair launch, no VCs, no shortcuts. Builders know, do you? And the thing is, I mean, again, when you put it against its nearest rivals, those numbers are very bloody good. Polygon's at, 4,000 transactions per second, Solana 3, Avalanche 2, Ethereum 15. I mean, it's 100xing. 1,000xing Ethereum. So there's really good numbers here. You just want to start seeing some net growth. That's kind of the big thing. Now, it's not had a particularly bad couple of years. It has peaked out at around about 60 cents. And that's from lows of in and around that 7-ish cent region, 6.5 cent region. So it's actually done okay so far this year. And again, I think the underlying numbers with regards to the volume, very, very positive. So overall, I still think this has a shot of getting back to some decent highs. I'm not necessarily convinced it's going to break $1.40. I absolutely think it's possible. But part of the reason I am hesitant to say like anything about a new all-time high is that we are inundated with layer 1s, we're inundated with layer 2s, we've got them coming out of our ears. They're everywhere. We've seen Solana have obviously an incredible couple of years in terms of net development. Then there's been the emergence of tons of different layer 1s, whether it's Aptos, whether it's Sui, whether it's whatever, right? There's tons and tons and tons, Ondos and all that. Right, there's loads. So I think separating themselves from the herd is going to be very challenging. But the numbers there are good. So now it's a case of getting developers and getting actual users on a consistent basis. So there's really got to be a focused push on their best products. Now, I don't mean specifically from whether it's like their Ethereum Virtual Machine Layer 2. I don't mean that. I mean their best products that have been built upon them. So that your DeFi protocols that are very, very good, or the gaming protocols. And if they start having a concerted effort to push and enhance the profile of these games, people will then start noticing Telos. You don't need to promote Telos directly, promote things that have been built on Telos, and then people will start paying attention. I think there's a world this can get to Binance, I really do. But the volume has to obviously increase. But right now, I still think this has a very real shot of getting to around about $1. It's just got to, it's just really got to start the ball rolling on user base, development, and marketing and advertising. But there's enough here to be very, very positive. 15,000 transactions plus per second. That's the actual throughput, as opposed to the theoretical ones we see, whether it's Aptos is 150,000, but you're never going to see it. At least I'm seeing this. So there's real positives here. But again, they've got to separate themselves from the herd. That's the key thing. I'm fascinated to see if and how they do that. But guys, I'm curious to hear what you guys think about this. Is it just that we've got too many layer 1s, layer 2s that is not going to be able to separate itself? If you're one of the sort of quote unquote 1,600 holders, where do you stand on this? How well do you think this can do? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And guys, we're in a bull cycle right now. If you're not happy with the performance of your portfolio, have a look at copymycrypto.com. If you go onto my site right now, you'll be able to see some of the profits my members have made. You'll be able to see some of my past successes. These are public record. You can go onto the old videos on this channel and verify them all. On the site, I share with my members every single coin I own. When I'm ready to buy or sell any crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell and the price that I'm going to buy or sell at. This means my members get in and out of coins at the same price as me, so they make the same profit, but they don't have any work to do at all. Read through the site, watch all the videos, verify it all. If you like what you see, if you want to hear the daily updates I give my members, if you want to hear about the coins that I think are going to be the big, big winners of this bull cycle, all you have to do to find out about those coins, guys, is join up on the site. And if you do, I'll see you there. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.